of the time. If you need some time assistance, look at your device. Myself or Mr. Gandy will let you know that your time is running out. If your time runs out, myself or Troy will let you know right around the 15-second mark. If you go past that 15 seconds, we got to mute you. All right. So we can't say that I didn't let everybody know. And I'm gonna repeat it at the top of the hour. When we go into the recap, you take 1 minute on the recap. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, also, please keep your phones on mute until it's time for you to speak. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take the ball. I hope this let me see if he got his camera on. Yeah, so I'm gonna take the ball. I'm gonna pass it to my bald head brother from another mother. He always has some good jewels to drop for us. That is none other than the money man himself, Mr. Stephen Short. You got 2 minutes, sir. Take it away.
I got 2 minutes, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, funny, man, funny. Because you know something, man. I just wanted to say, man, it's always be great to speak to excuse me, to speak as well as listen to other folks, because you can learn a lot of information really just listening.
Yes, sir.
Because sometimes we don't listen. How you say, we hear folks, but we don't listen. Because when you listening to somebody, you can really see everything what they're trying to say. Because sometimes I'll be telling some, I have a different opinion with a friend of mine. I also always say, you are just responding to just to argue back. You're not listening and looking at the different perspectives from other folks. Because at times we need to really listen so we can use everybody else's perspective. Because that's why we got two ears in one mouth. So that you can listen twice as much before you talk. They always say an intelligent man listens first before he speaks. But when he speaks, he's wise with his words. A fool is reckless with his words, but a wise man is always smart with his things that he say. So that's why I like, even when I talk to anybody, I always try to see where they're coming from, so we can meet in a common middle ground.
Right.
But that's the way of best of conversation that you have. A conversation is we're conversing to one another, our ideas and our opinions. Argument is an angry discussion between us, and where nobody is coming to a common understanding, because we're too heated in anything. And that's the one thing I wanted to talk about: having a good conversation, so that we can each take each other to a higher level of thinking. That's what I
Love
want to
it,
talk about
man.
today, brother.
Love it, love it, love it. Thank you for sharing. Yes. Got to listen with an attentive ear. Who you passing that ball to, Mr. Short?
I'm gonna see who got that camera on. If you don't got your camera on, I ain't got no rap for you. I see only two people, three. So I'm gonna send over to my Kung Fu brother, Mr. with the great voice. He's on the path of making millions and millions of dollars, and he's also an inspirer of men and a teacher himself. I bring to my good friend, Mr. Troy Gandy.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's always good hearing from you as well. And I say good day to each and every one of you, Grand Rising. And I would say when you hear the good man and the most diligent somebody, and in Jacques Vaughn always mention staying in the car, is real talk. Because I was doing some follow-ups yesterday and was just following up, wasn't getting anywhere with anybody. And then late last night, I get a message from one of the big dogs over there at that other three-letter company that I came from.
Okay.
And he was just saying, following up, saying hello and whatnot. And he says that he hears that I left the WFG. And I was like, well, that's true. That is true. And he said, well, he said, how's it going? I said, well, I just found more value where I was at. And this was before, the other company was formed out of, the organization I was with. So I said, you really got to take a nice look at it. I said, so
Right.
maybe we talk and chat a little bit later on and see what happens. And then I got another one from the former company as well. I was like, what's going on with this and whatnot. So I just been sending messages out saying hello to them.
Right.
So hey, stay in the car because good things are coming. $1 million are coming.
I love it, man. I love it. And thank you for sharing. Sometimes it's just like anything. You do something and you find those zones, you find those waves that you get to ride. And when you are in a zone or
Mm-hmm.
you see one of those waves, ride it out, because when you fall out of that zone, it could be it could break a person down. You know what I mean? Especially
Mm-hmm.
when you're doing everything right. Sometimes you feel like, man, is it
Yeah.
me? Is it what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just the time and it's the numbers game. So keep
Yeah. Yeah.
talking,
Yeah.
keep letting people know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And another thing you said, just sending some messages to say hello, connect. Remember, connect to collaborate.
Mm-hmm.
Don't connect
Mm-hmm.
to compete. You don't have to have a sword fight and be like, my sword is the sharpest, it looks the best, or whatever. Sometimes
Right.
just connect with other agents
Mm-hmm.
just to to collaborate with them. So great job, Troy.
Absolutely. I also said, when I finished up with them, I just let them know. I said, how, I sent the question like, how's your transition going?
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, so maybe we can
Absolutely.
compare some notes and stuff like that. And then I got a call from my sister as well. So my sister, she's licensed in health, and she does most of her work in health, but I think she's licensed in life insurance as well. So she said she's in town for a funeral, and I sent her the message, and she said, "Yeah, we need to connect so that we can make something happen. See how we can make it work."
Nice. Nice work. Who you passing that ball to, sir?
I'm going to pass the ball to Sister Jiggy, who's always with it, the poetic maestro herself, cool and cruising, Miss Tawana Chisley. $1 million are coming.
Sister Jiggy. Okay. Um, Grand Rising. Happy Thursday, everyone. I'm just parking my car, getting ready to go have a seat at my favorite spot and get some work done. I had an issue yesterday, and if you all know me, when I'm going through something, you can always tell by my posts, but I always make it positive. So my 24-hour feed will clearly tell you where I am right now, but I'm okay and I'm moving forward. I'm moving forward, and no weapons formed.
That's
So
right.
uh, you all have a great weekend. Uh, have a purposeful weekend, and if you're in the area, check the flyer out and come on out and watch us do our thing with some poetry on Saturday. So let me pass the ball. Uh, oh, okay. Mr. Tony Burke, what do you have going on for us today, sir?
Good morning. Thank you, Tawana. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
I, um, I'm enjoying this day working from home, and what I have going on is running ads for job posting on LinkedIn, Facebook, and also Glassdoor. And I'm going to do some other sites today, like Indeed and Google Jobs for Business, and just get my postings out there for job applications, and looking forward to doing these interviews and getting people on the team and getting people to join in to that mission that we're on. And you know, it's exciting just meeting new people and going over resumes and everything is what I'm being awakened to is how many licensed agents there are out there. You know, it's like we can do things to get people on our team, but we won't achieve that if we don't get out there and let people know what we're doing. So that's part of my goals for this month is just to get out on all of these different platforms, get my name out there, get that application out there, and start recruiting more and more licensed agents. And
I love it.
With that,
so Tony,
yes, sir.
Real quick, you've been using your Hugs Media tool, right?
Yes.
And so, are you running your ads and using Hugs Media, and I guess like simultaneously, you're using the Hugs Media to push the stuff out, right?
Yes.
And how long have you been running your ads?
Well, I started with Hugs Media from the start. I was one of the beta testers, and so it's been a progression. You know, once we started ads, we kind of did it just to warm the market up. You know, low budget, very low budget. But now, you know, now my ads are more targeted, more as I would like to say, you know, I jack something up, but my stuff is laser precise now. I'm hitting specific people, you know, my aim is more true. And now my budget's a little higher. So now those ads are more prevalent. Like, you know, I'm scrolling on Facebook and then bang, here come one of my ads. I'm like, okay, now we're cooking. So yeah, and I'm loving Hugs Media because it's I don't know what I would do without it because everything is at right there. I go to Hugs Media, I got all my contacts, all my leads, everything, emails and everything that's being sent, all the conversations that have my AI has automatically produced from people clicking on my ads and clicking on messaging me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn.
So you telling me that this Hugs Media is doing work of like having 3 or 4 people on your staff doing work for you all day?
All day, 24/7. I set up a workflow in my Hugs Media that if anybody responds to me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, if they type in the word success, then their information automatically plugs into the system automatically responds to them.
So I hope y'all catching this. What Tony's doing is setting up what's called inbound or traction or pull marketing. And that's something Eric and I had talked about a couple of weeks ago. You want to put yourself out there so you're easy to find, your brand is circulating through ads, different things like that, videos, TikTok videos, Instagram videos, Facebook, whatever. But the whole thing is once you set this thing up, it's like turning a faucet on. You can't stop it. Once you really understand the power of this tool, and then you get to use, if you have any other businesses, you can use it with some of your other businesses too, right?
Yes, definitely.
So you're telling me you can run multiple campaigns,
you can add multiple users. You can, I mean, it's nothing like it. It's if you're in business, this is what you want.
So So let's say you got a team, and your team might not have the funds available. And I'm coming to y'all with your hands up. I'm coming. It's a reason I want to park right here for a second, because I'm trying to paint a picture for some people. How many times have you heard some people be like, I want to do it, but I really don't have the money just yet? You heard that before?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Are you telling me you can use your marketing system to generate leads that you could probably feed to your team, split some deals with them, get them up and running? Now that they're making $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 extra a month, now they can afford the system. Are you saying that that's something that you can do?
That's exactly what I'm saying. You know, when you get team, I talked with a young lady yesterday in an interview, and that was her main question: so how am I going to get leads? And I explained to her, listen, I got the system. I need help. You know, I'm getting on average 6 leads a day and 6 applications per day, 6 interviews.
You telling me you getting more leads than you can handle at this point. So you're basically saying, look, help, I need some help.
That's it.
Man.
Yeah. If I want to contact them, we got a saying at work, strike while the iron's hot. When something's going good, we strike so we can get a promotion or a raise. So I take that same methodology to this business. So once I see leads, I need to strike while it's hot. They just put in applied to an ad or just submitted their information. I want to hit them right then and there. So yeah, I need help. I need some people on my team to help me catch them as soon as possible. I don't like them to be old leads. I like them to be fresh and stay fresh.
Man, love it. Thank you for sharing, brother. You see his two hands up. Who you passing that ball to?
I'm gonna pass the ball to this young lady. I hear from her from time to time. I like the information that she shares with us. So I'm gonna pass the ball to Miss Annie Willing.
Wow. Good morning. It's a beautiful day. Nice talking to you, Tony. I really want to talk to you in person. Anyway, I just want to substantiate what Tony just talked about with Hawks Media. I think a couple of weeks ago, I shared with you that PBS, a television, will following my son, and it's kind of like a money mentor, the financial gurus, a financial service provider gurus, and they were teaching him what to do because he came from a Twitter. He works for Twitter, and he decided to do his business, and he's doing it well. And somebody directed them to him. And in fact, like I said, I just want to substantiate that when after following him for weeks and they asked him to present his business proposal, he did. And when he did that, he said, how much are you putting for advertisement? He said $1,000. And they said, so how are you going to advertise? He said, I'm going to do Twitter. I'm going to do Facebook, Instagram, the whole 9 yards, and talk to family and follow up. They said, that's fine and dandy, but if you want to 10X, go and do CRM, do things like Hawks Media automation, because this age and day, automation is king. If you want to 10X, do that. So 1,000 budget is not enough. So that's one of the things I want to share. And it is, everybody can look at it in WABE. It's a radio television. They started viewing it, showing it to the public on the 18th. So I will even talk to Eric if he wants us to show a clip so everybody can see that, wow, not only the insurance industry, other people are recommending this. So thank you for allowing me to share. I think my 2 minutes is up.
Thank you, Annie. And you're right. They have other systems out there. There are a lot of people that use the same system, right? The thing is, one thing I love about what Dr. Mary and Eric are doing is just like what I was telling you about buying a car. You can buy a base model car, or you can buy a car that's fully equipped, right? We're getting the fully equipped version of the system. We're getting the fully equipped version. I've had the system to where, again, I paid almost $5,000 for the setup fee, and it didn't have nowhere near as many benefits and features that Dr. Mary and Eric's system has. So there is a lot of people that use this system. They use it in all types of industries. But when I tell you the price points are way astronomically out of the range that our price point is. So take advantage of being able to use the system that we have right here on our team. USAX, we got a system, we got systems and processes that are second to none. All you got to do is follow the plays and get with your coaches, because your coach is probably at this point going to have the system. I know most of my agency, my leaders, my coaches, most of them have the system and will be using the system and having it up and running very soon. So thank you, Annie, for sharing. And who you passing that ball to?
Oh, let me see the parent who is there.
Somebody has their hand up.
Okay. Um, oh, I am happy to pass the ball to this gentleman. Like I mentioned some times ago, we have been in the property industry. Oh my gosh, that taught us to be patient, and I admire what he's doing. So please share your knowledge with us, Mr. Holston.
Great morning, champions, and thank you, Annie, for passing the ball. First, I want to give it back to the leadership. Troy, call my time out loud.
Okay.
Just real quick, just give it back to Jacques for hosting this platform, Jacques and the Robinsons. Real quick, making activities. First of all, this Hugs Media sounds like it is an incredible solution to many things that I'm experiencing, getting into now. So I need to get into that. But right now, this is what we got going on. Yes, they made 3 personal contacts, visit the bank, the auto store. It was actually a new manager at the bank, and we just hit it off because I just got good energy going, and I like to laugh and joke. But anyway, 3 personal contacts. Was also on a friend's TV show on Facebook, and so we talked about Xperts for about an hour. So that was nice. And then from there, we had people come to the VGO that we hosted yesterday for Jonathan Offer, who is a split recruit. Thank you, the Robinsons. And with that VGO, and I just want to share something here. This gentleman first postponed. He wanted to reschedule, Jacques, but I said, nope, we're not doing that because postponing is not the answer. So let's figure out why we want to postpone because we're just going to have the same result next time. So we figured it out. We resolved it, had his VGO. He had about 9 people show up. And we have they rolled over to yesterday. That was the day before, and we have about 3 that are enrolling. One this morning for sure, so he's excited about that. We have another young lady who enrolled yesterday morning after this morning show.
30
10
seconds.
a.m. We had our VGO at 4 p.m. and we're going to be enrolling her first person. Working with some team members to get some applications in today as well, and that's it. So
Here's
go ahead and pass that ball.
ho. We're gonna unbox some of the stuff you just said. Because one thing y'all gotta understand, Derek, he said he doesn't have the system yet, but he's probably gonna be getting the system soon. However, I don't know if y'all heard the rest of the stuff he said. You did what, a TV show, a VGO yesterday. So think about it. He's one of the
2 VGOs yesterday.
2 VGOs, one of the best recruiters in the company, still finds a way. See, we're old school. When I say old school, we got some analog methods along with these digital methods, right? He's doing what he can or has to do to stay in front of people, to keep his name and his brand relevant. Also, he said he's working with his team. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a team, you have to make sure that you're stimulating and you're connecting and you're touching your teammates. I see so many times people have a team, and they're not calling these people. It's imperative that you make the connection with your teammates, especially early on. They have to be nurtured. Like Tony Burke talked about nurturing the system. You have to nurture your system, your team. You got to touch folks, because if you don't touch them while they're hot, they're going to start to cool off. Then when they start to cool off, they're going to ice up and freeze. Once they freeze, it's hard to get them back in the game. The other thing he said was, and I need to ask the question, Jonathan Oth, he was already in the business, right?
Yes. The short version of it is that he was, I think, recruited by Eric and Mary. He
Right.
fell off. But he called Jack Winnett, I think.
Okay.
So because I believe that there was a relationship there that caused him to come back to the business. Mary called me and said, "Hey, listen, we want to split them with you." So that falls right in the philosophy of what Eric and Mary have been talking about, 10Xing. And so
Yes,
I've been working with them. And
that
Jack
was
Gwinnett
that
has a
was the
certain
point. That was the
superpower. I
point
have
that I was,
another superpower. Go ahead. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
that was the point I was trying to make right there. Sometimes there are people that um again, it comes back to being stimulated. This guy was sitting over there, just sitting, he iced out. He iced out. And then he made a call. So he was interested. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. I had a call with some of my leaders the other day. Sometimes you got to scrub your list because people are sometimes just waiting. They don't know how to get back in the game. Now that he's in the game, not only did you say, see, here's a nugget. Being a coach, being a leader, you have to become good at solving problems for your agents. That's a message. You got to become good at solving problems for your agents. You solved the problem of somebody who wanted to not have their VGO. You said, no, hold on, wait, let's figure this out. Solve the problem. So great job, man. And keep doing what you're doing. I know this ED run, you get ready to be in a mean zone. I'm telling you, brother. Keep doing what you're doing and keep inspiring people. And you get to bring up Mr. Robinson.
Okay. Well, champions, everybody on this call and everybody not on this call has probably heard this name. This gentleman, first shareholder.